Track number 2, we're looking at For Life.
Since it's what you could.
Don't you stress it, don't you stress us, don't you stress anything about our love, lady. I don't wanna worry again. When I do, I start to panic again and again. Never wanna trip about what should be mine. I could right my wrongs, I never see your calls. No.
This is the exact switch up that I'm talking about. Like this is different. This is fresh. This is Kenji in a whole new light, I feel like.
I wanna dream about you every night. I got stuck in my head and I feel like it's gonna last for life. I chose the lonely route, counting up this money until I'm in the ground. I chose the hard way out. Don't you run from all your fears for long, they might pop out. Popping a perk and it's getting her loose. Pull up my Bentley convertible, eating my deal like some Lunchable. FaceTime the shawty and hit her, I'm keeping it punchable. I'm icy as hell, neck is abominable. Stacking these hard like some domino topping them. Bitch, I'm feeling unstoppable. Counting this money and sipping on tropical. Never told me falling in love was bad for your hair. I wanted all of this with you, but now I'm watching it all by myself. And I can't change anything, but if I could, then I would change like everything. Don't you stress it, don't you stress us, don't you stress.
I don't know what it is, but like this upper, like happy kind of tempo, like really fits with his same flow and cadence. And I feel like the melody that he's using on here, he's speeding up exactly where he needs to. But this is like a whole new picture, like a whole new background, but it's still Kenji in the picture. And I think that's just the amount of like, maybe not a 180, but like a 90-degree turn. Like that's just enough of what they need to do to kind of keep this guy relevant in a sense where if these next 2 albums or even this album doesn't catch fire, like by the time you get to the 4th album, you still want the people who were there from the first experiencing and loving the music and loving the journey. But the magic that Kenji has is just undeniable. But I argue this always, but this guy needs like a music video, like whether it's on like Lyrical Lemonade or something. And I feel like that's something that could easily happen with Taz and Nick Mira kind of heading his whole career in a lot of ways. It'll be interesting to see where this goes, but I feel like a full-on visual to one of these songs off this album will do wonders, like no matter what.
Anything about our love, lady. I don't wanna worry again.
That is what it is, Catherine in the chat. Like, what up, Catherine? How are you? I appreciate you stopping by. But for real though, like the 80s sound to this, like definitely kind of slows down the tempo. The drums kind of kick in, but he's still doing his same, like he's writing this as if it's just a full-on R&B song or something. And I appreciate that, but the way it is kind of slowing it down, kind of putting the fish out of water in a sense, but he's still swimming his same old ways. I love it, man.
When I do, I start to panic again and again. Never wanna trip about what should be mine. I could right my wrongs, I never see your calls. Never wanna dream about you every night. I got stuck in my head and I feel like it's gonna last for life.
That's a good ass record. Most definitely one of my favorites that he's put out in a while. You know, I used to tease this guy for his outros, how the beat would just play out, and I thought it was kind of like something that I was more calling out than anything. But the fact that we're on the 3rd album from this guy and he still just has these long extended interludes at the end, like I really appreciate it. And it really puts a stamp as like, this is a Kenji album. Like you're going to take your time before each track. And in the end, I really do feel like that serves as a way to stitch them together and create a very cool product in the end, as far as like a collection of songs. And then independently, when you hear those outros, you're not going to like experience it in this way where it's like every song has this moment for me to kind of reflect on what I just listened to. But and they still serve as great songs individually. It's really smart, but it's kind of his own little flair on everything. You know, being 3 albums in, and I've seen this every time. But For Life, man, that's one of my favorite Kenji songs that I've heard ever. Like, I still go back to Hey on Tears and Pistols, and I'm still just flabbergasted with that song. But regardless of the fact, For Life is up there as far as a favorite Joe Kenji song for me.